broad category of biases that occur in our technology are technical biases, which then have 4 subcategories. A technical bias arises due to the technical constraints of the technology itself. The first subcategory is computer tools, where the bias originates from the limits of the hardware. An example of this is the page break. Our screens are only so big, so we have pages on apps and websites. So when we search something, we only see a set number of items first. And humans are lazy, so we're likely to only click on the first things we see, rather than keep digging and go page after page after page and go to the 10th page or the 11th page or the 25th. So having pages, because our screens are only so big, biases us towards the front and top of the page results, making basically, the top results in a search engine like Google really, really important. That's why everybody pays to be that first top ad in Google. The next subcategory is decontextualized algorithms, where an algorithm fails to treat all groups fairly under all major conditions. For example, a scheduling software might go alphabetically, always favoring people with A and B names and not Z or T names. The third subcategory under technical bias is random number generation, which arises from a pseudo-random number generator. Pseudo-random number generators occur in all manner of products, from Python to Excel to custom-made ones in our music streaming services, because humans don't actually like real randomness, and so we need custom-made randomness. A pseudo-random number generator that's not working correctly might pick people more often at the end of the database, which then obviously favors them. Finally, the fourth subcategory is a formalization of human constructs, which is a bias that arises when trying to correlate a qualitative attribute with a quantitative one that a computer can understand. We see this in the previous example of US News' college rankings. They wanted to understand alumni satisfaction, so they found a number to assign to it, which was how much money alumni donated. We all know that's probably not a perfect analogy. Satisfaction is probably not linked to salaries or inherited wealth or the ability to donate large amounts of money. Another example of technical bias is this one being linked to issues with the hardware itself, or kiosks, like the ones you'll order with at restaurants. You may have noticed that they have a wide variety of formats and quality. Some are very accessible and others aren't. For example, if they are a tablet in a case, they can be especially difficult for visually impaired people to use. This legal case, Gomez et al. Versus Panera, is a case in California where a visually impaired customer arrived at a Panera Bread franchise where they were using iPads and cases as their primary means of ordering. The iPads and their cases don't have Braille, and the cases covered the buttons as well as the audio jack, so the customer could not access any of the audio functions to screen read. And thus, the customer could not access the Panera. They couldn't order food like the rest of the restaurant's patrons. And so they sued and won their lawsuit against Panera and the franchise because the kiosks had a technical constraint that the courts thought could be reasonably solved.